Hi guys, so I just posted a video of individuals waiting near my car, keeping track of me in an organized domestic terroristic fashion, which is fair game policy. If you look up the policy or you even listen to some of the things Leah Remini has said, fair game means to attack, to stalk, to do whatever it is to a target that they deem suppressive, if that person doesn't want to be part of the religion. So as I was approaching my car, they have these people waiting around, and they usually have their car running. And I noticed not only was there a car running and their brake lights are on, but this girl had hopped out and she's like hiding behind these trees looking over at me as I'm getting in my car. And this is dangerous because I've been attacked in the past. I've ignored it in the past. I've completely blocked them out. And that's when I get attacked. So as I'm going to my car, I'm pretty fed up. I'm fed up with this domestic terrorism. It's ridiculous. It's bullying. It's completely communistic. Again, George Soros didn't go after Jackie Lacey, District Attorney Jackie Lacey, raise money and get her out. And before getting her out, sicking Black Lives Matter at her house. For nothing. It's because she prosecuted one Scientologist. One Scientologist she got pressured to prosecute for rape and assault and stalking. Well, when Hollywood, who's owned and controlled by CCP, and you got George Soros, they're all on the same team. When you have a district attorney that's actually prosecuting these criminals, you're going to be taken out. And George Soros took out Jackie Lacey and replaced her with a district attorney, with a district attorney who's going to follow the back end criminality that has a stranglehold on our society. So I put on my video because that's all I have. I can't defend myself. They've attacked me in the past, and I don't lift a finger. But I do get sick and tired of it. I get sick and tired of it. So, because you're being hunted by people you don't know, you never met. And they lie. They'll lie about you. They'll say you're into drugs, or you're racist, or you're this big, mean, bad prostitute. They'll say whatever it takes to get people triggered to come at you with hate. So I got turned on my camera. I went over, and after she saw me coming over, she instead of continuing to hide behind this palm tree, she went to go hide in this gravel parking lot. And I have to call these people out, because if I don't know what's going to happen to me next once I'm on the road. Now, even though that happened, and I called her out, and she threatened to beat my ass, this is stuff I have to document. It's, I'm damned if I ignore it, and I'm damned if I don't ignore it. So if I'm going to be damned either way, I might as well document it. So at the same time, I look behind me, and there's this Mexican guy coming up, walking real fast behind me. And I start videotaping him because I realize he's part of the situation. And these people from this cult have tried to kidnap me in the past. And the cops just ride on by. So I start videotaping him. And the chick, she's getting in the car. She's taking off. There's a guy sitting in the car, the driver's side. And he realizes they're caught. They don't like to be caught. They don't like to have their photo taken. And that's why they've assaulted me in the past. It's because they got back at me for having my phone in my hand, or because I documented them in the past. They don't like to be identified. Too bad. So I start videotaping the Mexican guy. Well, actually, I turn around and I see him, but I'm like not paying attention to videotaping him. I just turn around. And as I let him know, oh, you're the fucking guy last night who followed me and parked when I parked. Because they have like a organized way of terrorizing someone. They will park, they'll follow you and park when you park. They will wait for you outside your house because they have your house surrounded. So they may have people who appear homeless parked, camping out in front of your house. And, then they'll have other people pop up. Once those people are identified, they'll have other people pop up who are supporting that movement, that terroristic movement. To keep an eye on you when you leave, so they can let other people out there know you're leaving, and to start the terrorism, the terrorizing, the harassment, the bullying, the assaults. So when I see this Mexican guy, I'm like, that's the asshole from last night. So I start videotaping him. Well, I start yelling at him because once he realizes I recognize him from last night, he quickly jumps in his car. And that's what these cowards do. They don't want to be videotaped. And I make sure to videotape his license plate. But this is what they do. This is what they spend their time doing. This is what the Church of Scientology, aka the cult of Scientology, uses taxpayers' money to basically do what Antifa does or Black Lives Matter does. But they, the difference is the cult doesn't terrorize a city and burn it down and terrorize people. It targets one person. So you have hundreds of people throughout the city. They have their own base, like their home base, where they wait in their cars, they wait at parks, they may wait at highway intersections and major intersections, and they kind of park and hang out there until it's time to start following a target. And these people are sick. So last night, after I got my car, I got followed to Ralph's. And, when you get followed, they'll have a car follow you. And when you park, you can look and you can see people hopping out of a car. And as you go into the store, they make sure to catch up to you. They go into the store when you go into the store. And then they start going in every aisle you go in. You can zigzag the store. They'll completely follow you. And then when you try to lose them and go to the checkout, they're right behind you. So the process is to go in with you and to stand in line behind you. And it's just like, I get sick of it. I get tired of it because it's not just that. It leads to assaults. If they get you in a situation where you're surrounded by them, that's when they'll assault you. That's when they'll do something to you. So, I just get so tired of it. I just called this guy out when I was standing in line. I said, you know what, you fucking assholes. This is Scientology fair game. You dumb fucking assholes. We all know what you're doing. And, he ended up running out. He ran out. And I went to a different line, and there was an African-American woman, and I started asking her if she knew about fair game and how it works and how they follow people throughout the store, and then they have to stand in line behind that person. And she's like, yeah. Like a lot of people in Los Angeles, a lot of people know how fair game works. And when you have to deal with this on a daily basis, I just got off the phone with Officer Granados at the Hollywood Wilcox Police Station. And I just, I said, why do you police just allow this to go on? Because every person I talk to that is familiar with fair game, everything I've said, they acknowledge, they know it's true. And I'm like, the cops don't do nothing. The cops allow it. They're like, yeah, the cops, they don't care. The cops allow it. So I called front desk at Hollywood Wilcox Police Station. And Officer Granados said the reason they allow it is because it's freedom of religion. I go, okay, that explains why Detective Brandsetter won't discuss any cases with me. She sweeps everything under the carpet and she doesn't investigate anything. So I just kind of wanted to make this video because the cops don't do nothing. Cops don't do shit. It's just like Antifa. It's just like Black Lives Matters. But instead of targeting cities and random people, Scientology targets one person. They have hundreds of people throughout the city on standby. They have people surround your house. They have people who can start following you in the car wherever you go into the stores you go into. Just it's disgusting. And so it's Officer Granados, he's just like, it's freedom of religion. That's how fucked up California is. We can't allow this in other states. We can't allow for domestic terrorism to be hiding under the umbrella of religion. Now, that's the same thing with being satanic. Oh, well, they're, allowed to eat children because that's their religion. Well, no, they're criminals. They're criminals. They're violent criminals. Because if you're stalking, you're assaulting, and you're eating children, you're a violent criminal. You're sick. You're a psychopath. And, the fact that they have a way to hide their criminality and safeguard it under the umbrella of religion is complete insanity to me. Insanity. So I have a phone call coming in, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye, everyone.